All right, so we're diving deep today into, well, you sent us these sources all about Speed Darlington.
Yes.
And let me tell you, things have gotten pretty interesting.
Definitely a turn of events.
Yeah, for those who might need a little reminder, Speed Darlington is a Nigerian musician.
Yes. Very controversial.
And content creator, and yeah, he always seems to find a way into the headlines, doesn't he?
He does. He knows what he's doing.
And we've got his Instagram post here.
Yeah.
We've got a great article from Pulse Nigeria about all his recent activity.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, after that arrest back in November, allegedly cyberstalking Burna Boy.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
He spent almost 2 months in Kuje prison.
Yeah. Almost 2 months.
Welcome to AI Podcast Nigeria.
Welcome to AI Podcast Nigeria.
Wow. Wow.
If you're looking for a fresh perspective on Nigeria, a chance to really dive deep into its culture and its people,
And maybe get hungry along the way.
definitely get hungry. I highly recommend checking out Podcast Nigeria. I think you'd be surprised and inspired by what you hear.
And maybe, just maybe, it'll make you want to book a flight to Lagos.
Huh. Maybe so.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hey everyone, welcome back. But now he's out on bail,
He is
and he is back on Instagram.
back and better than ever.
And his posts are, well, they're raising more questions than answers, I think.
They are cryptic and attention-grabbing, just like him.
So you've been following this case really closely.
Oh, yeah, I have.
And now things are getting really interesting with these posts.
Really interesting.
So first off, he just drops this picture of two bulls, like, locking horns, right?
Two bulls fighting. One steps back. It's not running away. He went to gather energy and launch back with banger.
So this banger line,
Yes.
it really has me intrigued. What do you think he's hinting at here?
Well, it's classic Speed Darlington, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's cryptic. It's a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
He always leaves you guessing. But if we look closer
Okay.
at that bull analogy, it suggests that he sees this whole prison experience as like a setback, a chance to recharge and come back even stronger.
Okay.
So he's not running away from the fight. He's
Yep.
just strategizing.
Okay, so he's taking that step back to,
Exactly, to gather that energy.
to come back with
Launch back with a banger.
a banger.
Yeah.
But, I mean, isn't that a bit of a stretch?
It could be.
I mean, could it just be Speed Darlington being,
Speed Darlington.
Speed Darlington?
He thrives on this controversy.
Yeah.
It fuels his content. It fuels his persona.
Yeah.
So even if this is partly for show, it's working
Oh, yeah.
because people are talking.
People are talking, and we are talking about it.
That's right.
And you're right. And speaking of talking, he didn't stop there.
Of course not.
He posts another picture, this time with a lawyer, David Iwoma,
Okay.
thanking him for his support.
Right.
But the caption is where it gets really interesting.
Okay. What does he say?
We going all the way. They must pay me for violating my human right. 300 million naira. We will drag them more than Stanley and I dragged that bank that violated me 2 years ago.
Whoa, he is not messing around.
No, he's not.
This is where we see the legal strategy coming into play.
Yeah.
He's not just talking about a comeback in terms of music or content. He's talking about legal action seeking compensation for what he believes was an unlawful arrest.
Right. So when he mentions cyber stalking, what exactly does that mean in the Nigerian context?
Yeah,
Especially when we're talking about someone like Burna Boy, who is a huge...
absolutely.
Not bugger.
Yeah, right. That's a key question. Cyber stalking laws in Nigeria, they're still relatively new. And to be honest, they can be a bit murky.
Okay.
A lot will depend on what evidence was actually used to arrest Darlington in the first place.
Right.
Now, his lawyer, Stan Alike, he hinted at illegal incarceration.
Right.
So they might be arguing that the arrest, lacked sufficient grounds or that his rights were violated during the detention.
Okay, so he might be using this legal battle not just for, his personal gain, but also to challenge those laws.
Absolutely.
And potentially setting a precedent for online expression in Nigeria.
Exactly. It could become a landmark case for artists and content creators who use social media to criticize or engage with these public figures.
So this could have, ramifications even beyond Speed Darlington and Burna Boy.
Huge implications.
Wow. Okay, so back to the banger comment.
Yes.
It's almost like he's turned this whole ordeal,
Right.
into this launch pad.
Into fuel. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think this banger will be?
Well, that is the million Navura question, isn't it?
It is.
Will it be a new song, directly addressing this experience?
Okay.
Will he continue to use social media to call out Burna Boy and the authorities?
Right.
Or will his banger be a successful legal battle that forces a change in how cyberstalking is defined in Nigeria?
So many possibilities.
So many possibilities.
And he keeps us guessing.
He does. He keeps us on the edge of our seats.
It's almost like he's, turned this negative experience into fuel for something bigger.
And that's what makes Speed Darlington so compelling.
Yeah.
Love him or hate him, he knows how to turn controversy into opportunity.
Well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on his next move.
Me too.
Speaking of online platforms, you can't talk about this story without diving into Burna Boy's reaction to Speed Darlington's release. It was...
I was going to say unexpected.
Unexpected is putting it mild.
Mildly.
I mean, imagine
Yes.
being released from prison, finally breathing free air.
Yes.
And then bam, the person that you were accused of defaming posts a pretty intense message on Instagram.
Right.
It's like something out of a movie.
It's wild.
Burna Boy basically said,
Okay.
and I quote,
All right.
"If you misbehave, you'll go back to where you came from.
Oh my gosh.
And this time around, there will be no mercy. Hashtag .messwithODG.
Right.
And to really drive it home, he used the hashtag ODG,
What is...
which stands for Original Don Gorgon,
Okay.
his nickname.
Okay.
Like he's laying down the law.
See, I was wondering what ODG meant.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is
The
it?
Original John Gorgon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like he's taking on this almost mythical,
Yes.
larger-than-life persona.
It's giving very much.
Okay.
Like, I'm Burna Boy. I'm the top dog.
Exactly. And that's kind of Burna Boy's whole brand.
Exactly.
Right. He cultivates this image of being powerful, untouchable.
Yes.
And it makes you wonder, was this post a calculated move?
Right.
A way to solidify that image? Or was it a genuine outburst?
And here's what I find really shocking.
Okay.
Like, wasn't he the one who was allegedly defamed in the first place?
Right.
So wouldn't this post, even if he intended it as a joke, potentially open him up to legal trouble too?
You've hit on a crucial point. In the context of a prior defamation case,
Yeah.
a statement like this could easily be interpreted as intimidation,
Yeah.
even a veiled threat.
Uh-huh.
It's a legal tightrope walk.
Yeah, it is.
And it's making a lot of people question Burna Boy's judgment.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the public's reaction to all this drama.
My goodness.
I mean, how could social media stay silent with a story this juicy?
Oh, it exploded.
Right.
The Alori Supergirl article,
Yes.
our main source for this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
captures the frenzy perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whirlwind of opinions, with some people finding humor in the situation,
Okay.
others criticizing Burna Boy for his aggressive tone,
Right.
and some even rallying behind Speed Darlington.
Yeah, I saw some of that too.
Right.
Like, people were like, free Speed Darlington, free ACP.
Exactly.
And amidst all the memes and the jokes, there are some really thought-provoking observations coming out too.
There are.
Like this one tweet from @MaryJanem9551
Okay.
that says, "Common man they suffer. Ooh. If now billionaire Speed Darlington be, you can't arrest him."
Wow.
It just lays bare how socioeconomic disparities play into the justice system,
Wow. Yeah.
not just in Nigeria,
It's everywhere.
but everywhere.
Right.
It really does make you think, like,
It does.
would this whole situation have played out the same way
Exactly.
if the power dynamics were reversed?
That's something to think about for sure.
That is something to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this legal battle, a shocking Instagram post, a public that's both entertained and provoked.
Yes.
But there's another layer to this whole thing.
Okay.
The comparison to Tubaba.
Yes, the legendary Tubaba. Known for his peaceful persona.
Yeah.
And staying above the fray, at Ichiogologo1 tweeted, "Burna Boy, Don 2, do a beg. That's why Tubaba will always be their godfather. He can't be entangled with all those nonsense drama B2 artists and the general public. And that's why real men know he's the death of the music industry."
I see what they're saying.
Right.
But isn't there room for different approaches? Like, authenticity is important too.
Yeah.
Maybe Burna Boy's outspoken nature is part of what draws people to him.
Exactly.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
who's to say what the right way to be a celebrity is.
That's the debate, isn't it?
Right.
Where's the line
So
between being true to yourself and using your platform responsibly?
Yes.
Especially when your words can have such a big impact.
Such a big impact.
Yeah.
It's a tricky balance.
It is, but
One thing's for sure.
what's that?
This whole saga is like a microcosm of the bigger issues we see playing out
Absolutely.
in the entertainment industry and beyond.
It is a microcosm.
So let's keep unpacking that, shall we?
Let's do it. I'm ready. Let's go. Makes you wonder, is this kind of drama almost built into the DNA of the music industry? I mean, think about those iconic rivalries from the past, like the East Coast, West Coast hip-hop feuds.
Yes, that's a great point.
Right.
Could this whole Burna Boy and Speed Darlington clash actually spark like a creative explosion?
Ooh.
Imagine the diss tracks,
Oh, yeah.
the lyrical jabs, the whole back and forth playing out in the music.
Right.
It'd be like a real-life rap battle,
Yes.
only with way higher stakes.
Absolutely. It's definitely possible.
Right.
Conflict can be a powerful catalyst for art.
Yeah.
But let's not forget the human element here.
Right.
These are two individuals with their own histories, their own vulnerabilities.
Right.
And when you add the weight of fame and the pressure of social media,
Oh, yeah.
things can get messy fast.
Things can get messy quickly.
Exactly.
It's like everyone's watching, waiting for the next move, ready to weigh in with their opinions.
Absolutely.
That kind of scrutiny can't be easy to handle, no matter how famous you are.
And this is where the conversation about celebrity culture gets really interesting.
Okay.
Are we, as consumers of entertainment, part of the problem?
Ooh.
Do we demand this constant drama,
Yeah.
this peek behind the curtain into the lives of the rich and famous?
I think it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
I think we are drawn to the spectacle, the gossip, the larger-than-life personalities, but celebrities also play into that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a symbiotic relationship.
It is.
And when social media is involved,
Uh-huh.
it's like pouring gasoline on a fire.
Oh, my gosh.
Every comment,
Yeah.
every
Just share.
amplifies the drama,
Yeah.
making it harder to separate the real from the performance.
Right. And speaking of real versus performance, what do we actually know about the history between Burna Boy and Speed Darlington? Is there genuine beef there, or is this all just part of, like, a carefully crafted public image?
Based on what we've gathered from the Oi Supergall article
Yeah.
and other sources, their relationship has been,
Okay.
let's just say, turbulent.
Turbulent. Okay.
There have been online jabs, accusations of plagiarism, and even moments where things seem to get pretty personal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this latest incident isn't exactly out of the blue.
Not entirely.
Okay.
But what sets this apart is the seriousness of the legal situation.
Yes,
Speed Darlington spent time in prison.
that's true.
That takes it beyond just a war of words.
Yeah.
There are real-world consequences here.
Yes, there are.
And that brings us back to those power dynamics we were talking about earlier. Burna Boy is at the top of his game, a Grammy winner with international recognition. Speed Darlington, while popular, operates within a different sphere of influence.
It's a valid point.
Right.
And one that's reflected in the online commentary.
Yep.
Remember that tweet from @JuicianoVibe that compared Burna Boy's reaction to Speed Darlington with his reaction to Cubana Chief Priest,
Oh, yeah?
a well-known Nigerian socialite?
Right.
It highlights how power can influence interactions,
Yeah.
even in the digital space.
Even online.
Yeah, if it had been Cubana Chief Priest facing legal trouble,
Right.
would Burna Boy have posted that same message on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
It's a question worth considering.
It speaks to the complexities of navigating fame and influence.
Yeah.
It's a constant balancing act, and the stakes are high.
Okay, but let's play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
Is it possible that some people are reading too much into Burna Boy's post? Maybe it was just a moment of frustration? A poorly worded attempt at humor?
It's certainly possible,
Okay.
but even if that's the case, it underscores the importance of being mindful of your words,
Yes.
especially when you have a platform as large as Burna Boy's.
Oh, exactly.
Everything gets amplified online, and it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
is there a sense of responsibility that comes with that kind of influence? I mean, if you know your words carry weight, shouldn't you be extra careful about how you use them?
It's a debate that's raging right now.
It is.
Not just in the music industry,
Right.
but across all forms of media and entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, what are the ethical boundaries of online expression?
Exactly.
Where does freedom of speech end and responsibility begin?
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question.
And there are no easy answers.
There are no easy answers.
But I think it's a conversation we need to be having.
I agree.
Especially in a world where the lines between the personal and the public are becoming increasingly blurred.
Yeah, it seems like those lines are constantly blurred.
Right.
Like, what even is private anymore?
Exactly. And as this situation with Burna Boy and Speed Darlington shows, those blurred lines can have real-world consequences.
It's true. They really can.
Okay, we've talked about the legal battle, the power dynamics, the role of social media, even the potential for creative inspiration.
Yeah.
But let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
What does this whole saga say about us, the audience? Why are we so captivated by this kind of drama?
It's a good question.
I think it taps into something primal.
Okay.
A fascination with conflict and resolution. We're drawn to stories of rivalry, of underdogs, of power struggles.
Yeah.
It's like watching a Shakespearean play unfold in real time. Only with Instagram likes and Twitter threads as the chorus.
I love that.
Right.
Instagram likes and Twitter threads as the chorus.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And it's not just about entertainment, right?
Right.
There's something about these celebrity feuds that makes us reflect on our own lives, our own relationships,
Right.
our own struggles with power and influence.
I agree with that.
We see ourselves reflected in these larger-than-life figures,
Yes.
even if we don't want to admit it.
I think so, too.
Their triumphs and failures, their loves and losses, their public battles and private demons, it all resonates with us on some level.
It's like a reminder that even celebrities, with all their fame and fortune, are still human.
They are.
They make mistakes. They get hurt.
Yeah.
They experience joy and sorrow just like the rest of us.
Exactly. And maybe that's why we can't look away. We're all part of this grand human drama playing out on a global stage.
Yeah.
And sometimes the most compelling stories are the ones that remind us of our shared humanity.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
But I feel like we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
What's next for Burna Boy and Speed Darlington?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is.
Will this feud continue to escalate?
Right.
Or will they find a way to coexist? Maybe even collaborate?
A collaboration.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
But regardless of what happens next, this incident has sparked a much-needed conversation about power responsibility and the ever-evolving landscape of fame in the digital age.
The digital age, it changes everything.
It does.
And it's got everyone wondering, is this the start of an all-out war?
Right.
Or just a blip on the radar? You know, one of those things they'll be laughing about over a drink in a few years.
That's the beauty of it all, isn't it?
It is.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
It could go either way. And that's part of what keeps us hooked.
Keeps us coming back for more.
But think about this.
Okay.
What if this whole situation, as chaotic as it seems, actually opens up a space for something new, something positive?
Ooh. I like where you're going with this.
What if this becomes a catalyst for change?
Okay.
A chance for artists to really grapple with the power of their platforms and the responsibility that comes with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it even pushes the industry to address some of the systemic inequalities that were highlighted in this whole saga.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, right.
Imagine if this mess actually led to something good, to real progress.
It's not impossible. Sometimes it takes a spark, a moment of disruption
Yeah.
to ignite change. And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Burna Boy and Speed Darlington will surprise us all
Okay.
and turn this rivalry into something unexpected,
Right.
something that benefits everyone.
A collaboration.
Ooh,
A joint statement promoting peace and understanding.
maybe.
Okay, maybe that's a bit far-fetched, but hey,
Right.
I can dream, right?
Dream big.
I will.
Because in the world of entertainment, anything is possible.
That's true.
And remember that tweet from @EnsaBoy0001 about Speed Darlington?
Yeah. What was it?
Prison go make act be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe this whole ordeal will refine both of them, you know,
Right.
help them grow, evolve, and come out stronger on the other side.
It's a nice thought. So as we wrap up our deep dive, what are the key takeaways you want our listeners to walk away with?
I think the biggest one is that this isn't just about two musicians having a public spat.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the complex interplay of power, fame, and social media in our hyper-connected world.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that words have weight, especially when they come from people with influence. And it's about acknowledging that even celebrities,
Yeah.
with all their flaws and contradictions,
Right.
are ultimately human beings navigating the same messy, complicated world as the rest of us.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
It's a reminder that we're all in this together.
Right.
Trying to figure things out as we go.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the most unexpected events can lead to the most profound insights.
I completely agree.
So until next time, stay curious.
Yes.
Stay engaged and keep diving deep.
Dive deep, my friend.